Oh, welcome back. This is March 16th. This is the arrival of the replacement for the TE-40 translucent black that THOMANN decided to replace from the last episode on this. Now, I asked them to check it before it left Germany, and there doesn't seem to be any replacement tape on the box. There's only seemingly the original factory tapes, which this one is broken, that one is broken, this one is broken, and the one around the middle, which looks like it went around double here, just where it finished, is not broken, and it only came up to there. Yeah, so from the top to the bottom, across, and then another little piece across here, all the other tapes are currently broken. So let's see what happens with this one. Okay, the finish on this looks a little bit better than the first one. It's still dirty, so it looks like it's a common thing. On the body. I think I can probably clean it up with some buffing. Let's see if it makes noise. Okay, the switch is still kind of rickety back and forth here, as I expect it to. Oh, and yeah, it's loose, so it'll be easy to come out. The volume knobs work. There are no push-pulls on this one. Okay. With the, these have standard humbucker style pickup rings on them that have the triangular shapes to the top of them. They're a little bit shaped up. They're not flat like standard flat top guitar rings could be. The bridge is quite high. The strings are touching the back here, as is shown on many videos. I'm not sure, because this part of the guitar around the top here is actually flat. It's likely that flat rings could be put on there instead of these elevated ones. Not sure if that could be done in relation to action capability, the height of the pickups, and that kind of stuff. Something that could be looked at. Overall, just now looking at it. Colored ball ends of the Dario strings. Back of the neck is smooth. There's, yeah, some tiny little feels in there. Not bad. A pass with 2000 sandpaper will probably just smooth that right off. There's tiny little bits in the satin that you can feel. But yeah, a pass with a 2000 sandpaper will fix that. The fret ends are not sharp. Just feeling on the edges. One of the better ones in this class range. There is some sharpness, but I mean, there's no tangs sticking out that will cut you. That will be easily taken care of with leveling on the neck. That'll smooth those off. So overall, I think this one will do. Not sure about the tuners on this. We'll have to see how much slop we end up with them. They may need to go. And of course, these butterfly string trees that have the sharpness under the bottom, they always grabbing your strings, so they make tuning very difficult. The nut is very flatly cut on the top. There's not much of a back angle on it. Well, there isn't any back angle whatsoever. The nut looks like it's plastic, and the size of close to the size of a standard fender. It may be slightly taller. We'll see. So the bridge will have to go down and be replaced with my standard roller preference. All right, I think this is the platform for the next part of the project on this thing. Black is extremely difficult. There's a lot of scratches and swirls here around the knobs. In here, you see, and up there on that side here. So these are all natural as they've come from the factory. This is not as bad as the first one. See the stuff? It's kind of like a little bit of a fog in the lights. Yeah, I think that I can cut through most of that with compound. So we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. We'll say that you know, we'll go with that one and see what has to be done. I have a replacement for that I've ordered in the meantime. Okay, almost out of the box. I had to adjust the truss rod, put the bridge saddle down a bit to get reasonable action. Readjusted the pickups because then they were too high. They had been adjusted for the height of the bridge. The nut is cut a little bit too high over the first fret. So I'll attempt to change that out and get that right. The strings, even though they're Darios, they're blackening my fingers as I've been trying to keep it in tune. The tuners are working reasonably well. There's a little bit of slop down here, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, and the other ones are not that bad. They might be savable. These are not lubricatable, but we'll see. And it could, well, I know that there's a little bit of slop, but these string trees are probably causing me a little bit of issue as well at the moment. So I've got it on the standard 65 Deluxe reverb, no effects. These Roswell pickups are, as expected, reasonably good. That's the bridge. The neck. Now you can see that that is quite boomier than the bridge. and that's probably because to balance them out, it would have to go down. This measures 8.6. This measures 8.02 K. I don't know what the tone knob is. That feels like about a 47. Alright, let's add my reverb and delay, and it gives it a little bit more of a liveliness. Don't know if these pickups are splittable. Have not pulled the cover off yet in the back, but it's very nice that the switch is down here, because any rewiring that I want to do to get independent volumes per se is easily done here, and I don't have to worry about a switch all the way up on this horn, or this whatever you want to call this portion of the guitar. The guitar is not very heavy. I didn't weigh it, but it's quite light compared to some I've had recently. I will weigh it. Remind me to do that later. So this is it for now. I will replace the bridge with the roller bridge to see what kind of an adjustment I can get between a bone nut and the roller bridge. See if I can get the neck into truss rod shape. It's it you can't adjust the they usually make this 12 and then you get a bridge which is 14, and I'm noticing that the G string and the D string in the middle are quite a lot higher than the B and E. And that's likely due to the radius. The same thing happens on the roller bridge, so you've got to make do. The frets are probably unleveled a certain amount. I had to give it a little bit of an underbow at the moment because it was choking out. It had a really big back bow when I tightened it up. But yeah, I think we'll give this one a go. I love the cream binding around the edges. So once I can get the mechanical parts working and check the frets, do some buffing, do my electrics, I would definitely want to have independent volumes. If I could get it on here, I might have to replace the tone with another volume like I've done on another guitar. And I can do without the tone, but 2 volumes are nice because, like I said, in the middle you can blend them in with each other and get a full range of different tones on them.